All right, guys. Today we are talking economics. Okay. Now, before you turn me off, before you scroll up, before you go to a different page, listen, stick with me. Okay. This is something that we don't talk about enough in our community. The word economics. Okay. Now, I know when you hear the word economics, you think money, right? Yes, it is. It's talking about the money game. And we're going to talk about this in just a moment. And it talks about the debit game. And it talks about credit cards and things such as that. Yes, economics has a relationship with money. And I'm definitely going to be talking about your money today. And I really want to empower you through this video, specifically around your money as it pertains to Black Friday. So listen, stick with me, especially those of you who are struggling financially. You're not where you want to be financially. You're coming up short each month in terms of maybe paying your bills, paying back the creditors. The debit card is like, down to a few dollars, and you're not in a good space or a good place financially. You certainly want to lean into this video. Now, I'm going to be sharing just a very basic baseline way of improving your financial picture, improving your economics overall. But guys, I'm here to really take it to that next level in terms of just really socializing the idea that economics are something to be taken extremely serious. It's not something that's really talked about a lot within our communities. And for most of us, right, when we hear the word economics, we just talk about money. We just think money. But truly, economics at its root word really talks about the management of one's overall household. And yes, money plays a part in that, but it's really talking about a bigger picture and a bigger scope of life. And so what I'm going to be sharing with you today and through all of these videos when I'm tackling this area of economics is something that you can not only apply to your money game, but you can apply it to every area of your life, because truly economics is about your overall household management skills. It's leveling up your ability to manage your overall household. So let's talk about it, guys. Black Friday is coming up in a couple of days, and I got to be 100 with you. I'm so tired of the marketers and, well, let's just call them the marketers, because whether it's online marketers, whether it's on TV marketers, whether it's on your phone, on your computer pop-ups, wherever you're getting these push notifications, wherever you're getting these random text messages about Black Fridays, whether you're getting it from your favorite artists, right? Everyone has a Black Friday sale. And let me just say this, in and of itself, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not evil. It's not bad. I get it. But I have a problem with seeing people financially struggle financially, and still get wrapped into and pulled into this spending culture where, like, I've done the Black Fridays, right? A couple of years ago, or actually maybe closer to like 10 years ago, I was just like everybody else, right? Staying up until midnight, going to the Best Buy parking lot, Walmart parking lot, sitting in the car until they open up the door, standing in line, freezing, shivering, and you get in there and you're knocking each other over and you're running over on top of each other and you're trying to run to that flat screen TV that's only $2.99. And it's like, yo, man, how many TVs we gonna buy, right? How many computers we gonna buy? How many cell phones we gonna get? How many times are they gonna be able to wrap us into spending the little bit of money we got on these items that we actually don't really need, and the rich keeps getting richer, and us who are, let's just say, the poor, right? Those who are not financially well off, they're not, we're not wealthy. Like, it's the classic, the rich get richer and the poor gets poorer. And I'm tired of seeing my people, right, continue to get wrapped into this, Black Friday cycle. And this is just an example. This happens year round. Okay, so let me kind of pump the brakes. This happens year round. I'm just leveraging Black Friday because that's what's about to happen in a couple of days, and it's something that you can relate to. So let me get to the principle, man. Today, I want to teach you a very simple principle that you can apply immediately, okay? Immediately. Let's see, do I got my envelope? Let me grab an envelope over here. And just use a simple envelope that I got. You can use any envelope for this example. But here, let me take me a sip of the Joe. So, all right, guys, have you noticed in history, in our society, we've gone from, and this is all about the ease of use, okay? The marketers are genius. They spend millions of dollars every year studying the way that we think, studying our psychology, studying our behaviors as humans, and they know how to hit the triggers. They know the trigger points. They know how to get us into that thing called impulse buys. You know how when you go to the cash register and you got those items on both sides, you don't need that junk. You really don't even want that junk. You didn't go to the store to get that junk, but because you're waiting in line, it's just an impulse. Oh, let me grab that. Oh, let me get that, right? You've been there because I've been there. We've all been there. And those little things add up over time, okay? And so in the same concept, in the same idea, the marketers are genius in that they literally study the way that the brain works and they know how we operate. So they've got the leverage, okay? They have the advantage. If we are not wise, if we are not studying ourselves, if we are not learning how we operate, then they will always have the upper hand. So the way we operate, we are emotional creatures. Every decision is an emotional decision. And many times, because we make so many decisions throughout any given day, our emotions truly are roller coasters, right? People talk about, oh, I'm on an emotional roller coaster. The truth is we all are, because throughout any given 24-hour period, you make so many decisions that your emotions have to be tapped into a million different times. And so as it relates to Black Friday and as it relates to spending, guys, have you noticed over the years, we've gone from writing checks to be able to wire money to someone, to be able to spend money that we don't even have, like credit cards. I got my credit card around here. So we got credit cards, right? And as you get sweet with the game, right, you start to use these credit cards for your advantage, not just to go in debt, but you use them for your advantage. But you got credit cards, right? Money that you ain't even got that money, but you're able to spend it. But then coming up to present day, we went from having a debit card where we can put the card in and we would have to type in our code, right? Our little password. Then we moved to the chip where all we had to do was put the chip in and it just registers the price for us, right? Fast automated pricing, right? Do you notice now today you just go in, and I'm just pretending like this is like a checkout stand thing. Now we just tap. Now we just tap. Did you notice that? All we do is tap now. Why do I bring this up? Why do I bring up this progression, this ease of use? Well, the more detached you are from the physical money, from the physical spending, from the emotional attachment to the actual spending of your money, the more detached you are from that, the easier it is for you to spend because the decision ain't right in your face. If I got this plastic card, there's this illusion that is within us that says, as long as I can tap it and it works, I'm good to go. Now, later on, when we get the bill, later on, when we look at our bank statement, if we're looking at our bank statements, later on, when we go to tap it and it says insufficient funds, then we wake up, then the light bulb comes on and we go through whatever story that we tell ourselves, we go through whatever narrative that we tell ourselves to convince ourselves that nothing's wrong, everything's okay, and this is just life, and this is how it is, and the cycle continues. Well, the ease of use, the quick tapping, that's the rich getting richer because they've studied us and they know that if we are impulsive, emotional creatures and they can tap into us, every other commercial pushing something, selling something, Black Friday, sale on this, sale on that. You don't even want that junk. But if someone keeps pushing something to you 100 times a day, eventually, if you are not strong here, if you are not disciplined here, you're going to eventually break. You're going to eventually give in. You're going to tell yourself a story of how it's good to participate in this sale and how maybe you do need another TV. Maybe you do need another this or another that. Listen, I promise you, I'm not calling Black Friday evil and I'm not calling you bad or evil for participating. I don't care nothing about that. What I'm saying is that when you are financially strapped, you cannot continue to make decisions that are going to continue to punish you and enslave you. While the rich get richer, you are getting poorer. Okay? So this ease of use, tap, 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 tap. We are detached from the physical, tangible money. The reason that this is so important, if you take physical, tangible money and you say, I'm going to purchase this item, it costs $10. When you give them that 20, that physical touch, and you're looking at that 20, there is something within us that, if nothing else, it gives us this warning, this signal. It triggers something within us where we have to notice, wait a minute, I'm exchanging $20. And when he gives me back my change and it's only $10, I give them the 20, right? And they give me back a 10. I've got 10 less. And I've put that 10 in my pocket. And then when I go to spend that 10, they give me, whatever change back, or I just spend it all. There is an emotional attachment to that. And what that does is it gives you an opportunity to make better decisions. So what am I proposing? I'm proposing a cash budget. I'm proposing you taking a large amount of your money. Now, you can do this if you want to. You ain't got to do it. This is my job is to educate and to encourage and to share my life, okay? A part of my healthy habit in terms of finances, as you can see, I got cash that I just took out of my wallet, okay? So this cash budget, you take money out the bank, how much ever you want to budget, and you put that into cash. When you put it into cash, when you start to make decisions, when you start to spend it, when you start to utilize it, it's giving yourself an opportunity. It's not bulletproof and foolproof, but it does give you a greater opportunity. It's more probable that you're going to make a better decision when you're touching and feeling and you are more emotionally involved and emotionally engaged with the spending than you ever would be if all you did was tap, 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 tap. I hope and pray that this makes sense. It's called a cash budget. You use your debit, you go to the bank, you take out however much money you need to take out for that given week or 2 weeks or month. You put it in an envelope. You just take the money, put it in an envelope or in your wallet, whatever you choose to do. And when it's time to spend it, you take it out the wallet. Take it out the envelope or the wallet, and you physically pay for everything. You physically pay for everything. When you physically pay for everything, it's going to take a little bit more time because they are so used to the cash register people. They are so used to tap, 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 tap. So when you say, when they give you the price and they say, oh, it's going to be $25 and you give them 2 20s, they have to think a little bit more. They got to register that in. They got to open up the cash. They got to take out the cash. They have to work a little bit more. But even that time that it takes for you to give it to them and them to register everything, what it does is giving you time to think through. Was this decision good? Is this the best decision? Should I be spending this? Is this in my best interest? Is this the best possible decision that I can make at this time? Do I really need this item? I can't tell you exactly what your mind will think and what you will go through. I can only share with you out of my own experience. I am much more sensitive. I am much more, in a sense, stingy. I'm a little bit more calculated with my spending. Not stingy in life, but I'm just saying, like, when it's time to spend, when it costs me physical money, the brakes are, I'm pumping them brakes a little bit more. I'm not so fast because it's not so easy. I'm not just tapping. And I'm keeping track of my money. I'm seeing it go down. See, the other thing is when you tap, let's say you tap 5 times in a day for $10 a piece. Let's just make it simple. That's $50, right? You make 5 taps, $10 a piece. your brain is not registering that you are spending 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So it goes just like that. But when you are spending 10, 10, 10, this is the same 50 bucks, 2 20s and a 10. Oh boy, when you got 2 20s and a 10 going out from you and you only got whatever you got left, you're like, man, you're seeing it dwindle. You're seeing the you are seeing the subtraction. With this, tap, 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 you are not witnessing the spending. You are not seeing the subtraction. You feel what I'm saying? This can get you in huge, huge trouble if you're not extremely disciplined. But this can help you become more disciplined and not fall into the traps of stuff like Black Fridays, okay? Because even if you do a Black Friday, when you walk in with an all cash budget and you leave them debit cards at home, you see the subtraction, you see the spending. So I hope and pray that what I've already shared, guys, because I don't want to, because anything beyond this, it would just be me continuing to regurgitate the same information. The information that I wanted to make very, very clear to you is that, number one, the marketers are studying us. They know how we think and how we operate. It is very good for us to begin to study ourselves, to learn how we make decisions, how we operate emotionally, and so that we can be better equipped to better manage ourselves and better manage our spending habits, okay? Number two, what I wanted to get across to you is utilizing a cash budget, okay? Taking money out the bank, putting that money into an envelope or your wallet, whatever you so choose, right? Put it in your wallet. So when it's time to spend, you're able to touch it, feel it, connect with it, know that it's leaving you. And you're gonna find that you're gonna probably spend a lot less because you're actually participating in the spending rather than tap, 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 tap. Okay? I hope and pray that that makes sense. And then lastly, I want to just leave you with a few ideas. I wrote them down. Just little quick sayings that you can remember to just train your brain to be more economically aware, more economically empowered, okay, more economically elevated, right? We want to continue to elevate our game economically. So these are just some very simple things when it comes to Black Friday, when it comes to spending, what have you. Number one, if you spend it, you end it. If you spend it, you end it. If I go to Black Friday, I go to Walmart, Best Buy, I give them all of the money in my wallet. When I spend it, it's gone. I end it. That's it. There's no more in there. I can't find it. It's gone. If I spend it, I end it. And it's normally on something that A, I probably don't need, and B, even if I wanted it and needed it, after a few days, it has lost its luster. And now that money is gone and I can't do anything else with that money. And whatever I purchased is already hiked up. So even when they say it's on sale, their sales are still a huge margin of profit for them. Because the thing probably cost them 10 bucks to make. They normally sell it at 200, and Black Friday they selling it for 150, where they still making $140 profit. So the margins for them are all the same. We're the ones that's getting took to the bank. We're the ones that's leaving, you know what I'm saying? Where they say they laughing all the way to the bank. We're the ones crying all the way from the bank. You feel me? They're laughing all the way to the bank while we're crying all the way from the bank. Because when we look at our bank statements or when we go to that ATM machine and there ain't no money left, we the ones left holding these meaningless items that can't really do a whole lot for us anyway. All right. So number one, if you spend it, you end it. Number two, if you sow it, you grow it. If you sow it, you grow it. Now, I won't go down this path. I'll just say it really, really quickly. Whether it's churches, charitable organizations, or charities, nonprofits in your community, stranger on the corner, the person holding the sign saying, feed me, whatever it is, when you sow it, when you take your money and you give it to someone else to improve their lives, to benefit their lives, there is a universal principle that God put into place. Seed time, harvest. Okay? It is a universal principle. It is applicable to everyone's money, whether you are Christian or not Christian, black, white, Hispanic, doesn't matter what you are. If you are an alien and you are here and you got money and you sow your money into someone else's life, you are sowing it. Therefore, you are growing it. It is a seed into the ground of their lives, and it will soon grow and be returned to you as a harvest. That is just universally applicable. That just works. That just absolutely works. So if you spend it, you end it. But if you sow it, you grow it. And lastly, this is the new one that I just added. If you invest it, you bless it. Oh yes. Here it is. If you invest it, you bless it. Why do you bless it if you invest it? Well, here's why. When you invest money into a market, well, let me start off with the word bless. In this context, the word bless means the empowerment to thrive, the empowerment to succeed, the empowerment to do well. Well, when you take your money and you put it into a market, Roth IRA, mutual fund, stocks, money market accounts, right? You put it into something, 401k, 5031, whatever. Like when you start putting it into investment vehicles, you are taking your money and you're putting it into an environment where it can thrive. I don't know how much money this is. Let's say about 70 bucks right here. As long as I got these 70 bucks in my hand or in my pocket, guess what it's doing? It's sitting. My money is sitting. It's not earning interest. It's not doing anything for me because in my hand or in my pocket, my money is in an environment that restricts it. You see, I got to hold my money. If I don't hold it and I drop it, right? My point is this. I can only hold on to my money if I hold it, if I restrict it, right? My hand has to be, held. If it's in my hand, I'm restricting its movement. I hope you guys got that. It was kind of choppy there. But my point is that if I'm holding my money, I'm restricting its movement. If it's in my pocket, I'm restricting its movement. But if I take my money and I put it into an IRA, into a money market, into an investment vehicle, that's why it's called an investment vehicle, because vehicles move. Yes, vehicles move, baby. If you put it into an investment, then it's moving, it's active, it's earning, it's doing, it's collecting, it's buying shares, it's buying portions of something that's growing and is returning to you what we call dividends and return on investments, ROIs. These are words that we need to get really used to in our community. So if we invest it, we bless it because we literally empower it to thrive and be successful. I hope and pray that these concepts and these ideas have made sense to you. I really want to see our people economically just not only responsible, but economically resourceful, economically regulated, economically just doing well, right? Doing well. Forget all the big words. I want you to do well. And I just got really fired up this week listening to all of these Black Friday sales and Black Friday ads and, got to get this, got to get this, got to buy this, got to buy that. And it's like, man, that's cool and all, but there's people out there that's probably hurting financially. And the last thing they need is to be overwhelmed with marketing and advertising about getting more of their money. Many of us don't have enough money as it is. And we're being taken advantage of because we're not educated and we haven't learned ourselves well enough to be able to defend ourselves against such hyper aggressive marketing that we endure every year. and it's only getting worse. So I hope and pray that this has blessed you, encouraged you, empowered you in some way. Please leave a comment below. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you'll continue to get all of the latest, greatest videos that I put out. If you, have some thoughts, some ideas, I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, man. Let me know what you thought about this. I would love to hear your feedback. If it blessed you, if you have any additional questions, hit me up below or go over to iAMthepossible.com. You can email me directly there. But again, man, I just hope and pray that you guys hear and see my heart. I want to see you do well. And this is one of many things that I teach and preach. I just thought that it would be something, simple enough to grasp and to understand and to put to work in your life. And so I'm going to continue to create these videos for economic improvement, economic empowerment. Listen, if you are a person that prays, pray for your boy. Pray for me and continue to pray that I continue to have the strength and I continue to have the creativity to create such content. And I'll be praying for you as well. As I always do, I pray for humanity. I love people. I love humanity. And I want to see as many of us do well as I can possibly contribute to and I can possibly, partner with. So that's it for today. Love y'all. Praying for y'all. Believing in y'all. This is Terrell C.W. Lynch, Mr. What? Until next time, guys, I'm doing everything for love, by love, with love. I love you. I truly, truly do. I'm out.